Let me tell you introduction part of DevOps, then we will move on to further. So suppose if you are, let me give you one small example before going to definition of your DevOps, our DevOps. So here, suppose let me give you an example. Like if you are keeping some restaurant, what would be your aim? Your aim would be to bring our restaurant into #1 position, right? But as an IT guy, if you are, if you want to keep any IT organization or any company, IT company, what would be your aim? Your aim would be to bring that company into #1 position, right? So to bring that company or any IT company into #1 position, there are some guidelines which we supposed to follow. Okay, these all are guidelines which we have to follow to bring that company into #1 position. Okay, so here, first one is faster delivery. Faster delivery means whoever delivers the product into market first, they will grab the entire market. Whoever delivers their product into market first, they will capture the entire market. That is belongs to faster delivery. Suppose, let me give you one example. Paytm. Okay, so Paytm, why the Paytm is most popular? Because it delivered the concept of transaction of amount into the market first. Okay, of course, nowadays we are having many more applications like Google Pay, GPay, and of course Phone Pay. Many third-party apps were there. But why the Paytm only became so popular? Why? Because it introduced the concept of transaction the amount into the market first. That's why it became so popular. Okay, so whoever delivers the product into their market first, they will capture the entire market. Okay, that is the first need here. Second one is here higher quality. Higher quality means, okay, here I can give you one small example. I hope every one of you are having idea about Orkut and Facebook, right? Orkut means why? Of course, now Orkut, there is no company of Orkut now, that has been closed. Why it's been closed? Why the Orkut was closed? Why the Facebook became so popular? Even the Orkut came into the market first, but it could not able to sustain in the market for a long time because of missing the quality. Okay, so here, because of that missing the quality only, this Orkut could not able to, could not able to sustain in the market here. That's why here, apart from this faster delivery, higher quality becomes, apart from the higher quality, faster delivery also will place a major role. These two are very, very, very important here. Okay, and of course, why the Orkut was closed? Now Facebook came into the picture, and there is much more quality features are there in Facebook than the Orkut here. Okay, why? Because in Facebook there are many user-friendly options were there, and of course in Facebook there are many more things which are having, I mean, security in the data. All those things were there in Facebook. Those quality was missing in Orkut. That's why here Orkut could not able to sustain in the market first. Okay, apart from this higher quality, apart from the faster delivery, these quality also primary important than the faster delivery. Okay, so that is the another thing. And next one is lesser spending. Lesser spending means, suppose, let me give you one example here. Suppose if you are getting one product for 100 rupees, okay, but unnecessarily you are spending like 1 lakh rupees. Okay, instead of, if you are able to get that object for 100 rupees only, but unnecessarily you are spending 1 lakh rupees. That means you are wasting lot of money, right? So here, even in companies also, we should not waste the revenue of the organization. Okay, so but of course, we should not compromise in these first two things, that is higher quality and faster delivery. By maintaining the faster delivery and by maintaining the higher quality only, we supposed to have less amount. Okay, we need to spend very less amount here. That is also plays a major role. And next one is always available. Okay, suppose you are keeping some restaurant. Okay, that restaurant should be available 24/7. Whenever customer, suppose if you are cooking some lunch, you are preparing some lunch. After preparing a lunch, customer has to experience that food. Okay, whenever customers are coming, Then if you are closing your restaurants, there is no use of all these things, right? The before things, what I told you, like faster delivery, higher quality, and lesser spending. Okay, so that should be available to the customers always. Okay, so these are the things which you have to follow for the, which you have to consider. Okay, you might be asking, this webinar belongs to, DevOps, but why you are telling all those things and how these are related to DevOps? Yes, of course, these are related to DevOps only. Let me explain you that also. So let me share you my whiteboard. I hope you can see my whiteboard here. So here, let me give you one example. So I hope you can able to see my whiteboard. So here, every one of you are having idea on IRCTC app. IRCTC. What is IRCTC? I hope you are having idea. IRCTC app is nothing but it is the app for reserving the tickets. Okay, for reservation of our tickets, we are going to use this IRCTC app. Okay, so this IRCTC app not reserving the tickets. Okay, we can even book many things up. We can choose like whether we need upper berth or lower berth, everything, many options you are having here. Okay, so here in this IRCTC app, before coming to this IRCTC app, our railway minister got one idea. Like before IRCTC app, how we are going to reserve the tickets here? We were going into the railway station, we were standing in a long queue and we were booking our tickets. Okay, so one day railway minister got an idea, like why our citizens of India has to waste their time. If I develop this kind of app, then our citizens of India will be having benefits of this app, right? So one day this railway minister got this idea. Of course, he got this idea, but can he able to develop this app here? Of course, he might be good at politics, but he might not good at IT sector, right? He know politics and all, but he cannot develop these apps. Then what he is going to do? He is going to talk to one IT company. Okay, he is going to talk to one IT company. Okay, this is the IT company here. In IT company, many people will be there, many technical guys will be there who are capable enough to prepare this IRCTC application, right? He will be having his team leads, his managers, many people will be there. Okay, under he is having many more technical guys who are capable enough to prepare this IRCTC application here. Okay, so here, here this railway minister is giving one project to this IT company. Let me take this IT company as IBM or Infosys, whatever the project it might be, whatever the company it might be. Okay, so here railway minister giving one task to this IT company. This task we are going to call it as project. Whatever the task which we are going to, which IT manager, railway minister is giving to this IT manager, that task is called as a project. Okay, and here, wherever IT manager is sitting, that is called as offshore, or we can call it as offsite. Wherever IT manager is sitting, that is called as offshore or offsite. Okay, wherever IT manager is sitting. And wherever the railway minister is sitting, that place we are calling it as on-site, or we can call it as on-site. Wherever IT manager is sitting, wherever the railway minister is sitting, that is called as on-site. And here, whoever are giving the project to this IT manager, that people is called as a client. Okay, client means here railway minister. Wherever client sits, that place is called as a on-site. Okay, suppose railway minister is sitting in Delhi. Delhi will be on-site for this IT company. Okay, and railway minister will be calling it as a client here. Okay, so here this is the railway minister app. What this railway minister talked to the IT manager? Hey, IT manager, I want this IRCTC app. Okay, I'll pay money to you. You just prepare the app and give it back to me. It's a kind of business deal. Okay, IT manager will be telling that, okay, it will take 1 year time for developing this app, and this much amount is required for developing this app. So what this railway minister tell, okay, after 1 year I'll come to you, just prepare the app and give it to me. In such a way, they will communicate each other. Okay, so here, whatever the, okay, just give me a minute. Okay, fine. So here, after this, here you might be thinking, is this the same process for everything? Yes, of course, this is the same process. Suppose you can take any application. There are some steps will be there here. Okay, there are many steps will be there here. Suppose first, let me tell you, developer. Okay, developer is there. Okay, what is the purpose of developer? What is the purpose of developer? Developer purpose is they will develop the code. Okay, so here let me show you the, okay, develop the code. Suppose if you open the IRCTC application, you will be having many options over there. Login session will be there. Okay, booking the tickets, many details we are going to enter in IRCTC app, right? So who are going to backside of that each and every web page, there will be some program will be written behind that web page. Who is going to write that program? This developer will be writing the program here. The purpose of developer is developing the program. Okay, if you open IRCTC application, you will be having login page. You are going to enter the details, right? All those things, who are going to prepare? Developers will be prepared. Backend developers will be writing the code and they will be preparing all these things here. Okay, that is the purpose of developer. Okay, and then next is build. Next stage is build. Build means here converting here this entire code into some executable format. Okay, converting this code is called as a source code. We are going to call in IT terminology as source code. Okay, converting this entire source code into some executable format. That is called as a build here. Converting this entire source code, his developer is writing some code here. Converting this entire source code into some executable format, that is called as a build. Let me give you one example. Suppose if you want to install some Google Chrome, okay, you will be searching in Google that you will be getting one link like .exe file. Okay, if you double click on that link, then only that will be getting installed into your machines. Okay, so behind that link, developers will be developing the code and this entire source code will be converted into some executable format. This process is called as a build here. Okay, that is the build here. Next one is, after building, next stage is here, test. Testing is the next stage. Testing means, what do you mean by testing here? Here, developers will be developing the code, and then of course the build team will be converting the entire source code. And what this test team will be doing here, test team will be testing the code, whether the code is working fine or not. Suppose if you are opening IRCTC app, if you are entering login details, whether it is accepting or not. Okay, those things will be done by test team here. Okay, suppose if you are giving your credit card details or debit card details while you are entering, okay, it should accept. Okay, suppose it will be asking you to enter some captcha. Okay, if you are entering even wrong captcha also, if it is accepting, then there is some kind of error in that code. Again, what this test team will be doing, they will send it to developer. Okay, this is the process here. Okay, if you are entering wrong captcha, it is even though it is accepting, means there is some kind of bug. We are calling it as bug here. In IT terminology, we are going to call it as bug. There are some bugs in the code. So what this test team will be doing, they will be sending this code to the developers again. Again, the developers will be resolving those bugs. Again, build will happen. Again, test will be done. This is the process here. Okay, so after this testing, next stage is QA. Okay, QA means quality assurance. Okay, in QA, what are the things they are going to do here? Here in QA, they will check some things like whether the developers has been followed, proper guidelines while developing the code, whether the application is free from hacker attacks, whether the application is virus free. All those things will be checking in the QA here. Okay, that is the things which are going to do in case of here building the things here, building the application. So here, this here we are going to call it as, with this, can we say that our project is over? With this, can we say that our project is over, complete project? No, we cannot say that our project is over. We can say that our application is ready. With this, our application is ready. Okay, what is the next stage after the application ready? After getting the application ready, the next stage is deploy. Okay, deploy means here, what this deployment people will be doing here? Deployment people will be taking this entire application. They will be going to client place, and even in client side also there are some IT people. Okay, and this deployment team will be taking this entire product or this application. They will be going into the client machines. They will go to on-site and they will install. They will deploy. Deploy means installing. It's a kind of installing the application. Okay, they will be installing this entire application into this client side. Okay, that is the purpose of this deployment team. They will just taking this end product. We are going to call it as end product or application. They are going to take this application. They will go to on-site and they will install in this client machines. Okay, that is the purpose of this deployment team. After deploying, what is the next step here? We are going to have maintenance and then monitor. What is the purpose of this maintenance and monitoring team here? Here, basically, the maintenance team here, they are going to do like, they will be maintaining after deploying the product into client machines. We cannot say that our project is over, right? So we have to maintain that one. Okay, means the client people, they do not know how to open this application, how to reserve the tickets, how to book the tickets, how to take the printouts. All those things are new to these clients, right? So what this maintenance team will be doing, they will be go to the on-site and they will be giving trainings to this team, to this on-site people. They will be giving entire training here. Okay, that is called as maintenance here. And what will comes under monitor? Monitoring means here they have to monitor whether the CPU is under control, whether the RAM is under control. All those things will be done by this monitoring team here. Okay, so let me give you one example here. See, you might be having some Tatkal moment. For reserving the tickets, we will be having some Tatkal moment. Right? What this Tatkal moment at this time, many people will be opening and many people will try to book the tickets at this Tatkal moment. Then what will be happen? There should be a lot of burden will be there on the server. Okay, at that time, server should not goes down. Right? That is the purpose of monitoring team. Whether the RAM is under control, whether the CPU is under control. That is all the purpose of the monitoring team here. Okay, and here, this entire thing here, this entire team, we are going to call it as developer team or development team, anything we can call it as. This entire team, we are going to call it as development team. Okay, and this team, we are going to call it as, this entire team, we are going to call it as development team. And what about this team? This team, we are going to call it as operations team. Okay, this team, we are going to call it as development team. And this team, we are going to call it as operations team. Okay, so why we are calling it as operations team here? Why? Because in each and every team members, they are going to involve only in the operations. Okay, this team will be involved only in the development of this application. Okay, this entire team will be taking care of only monitoring, maintenance, and deploying the products. That's why this entire team, we are going to call it as operations team. Okay, these stages are common for developing any application. These all stages are common here. Okay, like suppose you can take any application like WhatsApp application, Facebook application, you can take any application. All these stages are common, like developer, build, test, QA, deploy, maintenance, monitor. Okay, any application you can do. These stages are common. Okay, so here for following these stages, there are certain guidelines that IT organization must follow. Okay, so there are some methodologies. This entire process, or we can call it as this entire process, we are going to call it as SDLC. SDLC. SDLC means software development life cycle. Software development life cycle. Why we are calling it as software development life cycle? Here, these all stages are common for developing any application. Let me give you one example. You can take human. Okay, child stage, adult stage, old age stage, young stage, all these stages are common for each and every human, right? Whether it is for me or for you, these all stages are common in a human being. So that is called as human life cycle. In the same manner, all these stages like development, developing, not developer, development, build, test, QA, deploy, maintenance, monitor. All these stages are common in any in developing any application. That's why this entire process is called as SDLC, that is software development life cycle. Okay, there are certain methods to follow in this software development life cycle. Let us see all those methods and let us see the problems also. And here in software development life cycle, we have waterfall method. Okay, waterfall method, or some people will be calling it as step-by-step method. Waterfall method or step-by-step method. Okay, what this waterfall method will be doing, what is going to do, what we are going to do in waterfall method here, why we are calling it as waterfall method, I'll tell you that also. Let me tell you the problems which we are facing in waterfall method. Okay, so here there are some problems in waterfall method. First one is development versus operations team. Okay, development versus operations team. Okay, what will be happen here? There are some problems in waterfall method. I'll tell you all those problems one by one so that you can have some idea. Dev versus ops. Okay, means development versus operations team. What is this dev versus op? There are some problems with these two teams. Okay, let me give you one example here. Suppose if you are going to abroad, okay, you met with two people, okay, who are who are from your own country, and another person is from the country belongs to the person who you went. Okay, suppose if you are going to Germany or any other country, okay, you met with two people, one person is from India, okay, and one other person is from Germany, with whom you would like to do friendship in initial stages. In initial stages, basically we would like to do friendship with the Indian country person only, the person who is from Indian only. Why? Because here, why? Because there might be some language issue, or the traditions, all those things will be very close to our India. That's why we initial stages we try to do friendship with the person who are from India only. Okay, in the same manner, these two are different tools. Okay, that's why they will always try to blame each other. We cannot expect better friendship between these two teams. Okay, because these two are different tools. What this development team will be doing. Okay, so suppose if the operations teams are going to the client machines, if they are getting any error, what this operations team will be doing, they will directly blame on the development team. Hey, development team, what kind of product you have developed? It is not at all working fine in the client machines. Okay, and what this development team will be doing, this product is working fine, there is problem with your machines. In such a way, they will try to blame each other. That's why, see, we cannot expect better friendship between those two teams because of two different teams. Okay, that is the first problem here. Okay, so second problem is, second problem is build versus test. Here, even though this build team and test team will be from same, same development team only, These two, even in this development team also, this build and test team will be having different team members, right? So here also we cannot expect better friendship. Let me give you one small example here. You are going to some other state. Okay, there you met with two people. One is from your own state and another one is from other state who belongs to that particular state. But initial stages, with whom you would like to do the friendship? Obviously, with your own state only, right? Because of tradition or language issues, many reasons will be there. Okay, so here in the same manner, even though these build and test team belongs to development team, we cannot expect better friendship between these two build and test team here. Okay, that is the second problem which we are going to face in waterfall methodology or continuous methodology. Third problem is manual. Okay, that is the major problem here. Manual means here, previously night builds will be happening here. Suppose daytime developers will be coming to the office and they will be writing the code. And while they are living in the evening, they will hand over that entire code to the build team. Build team, they will be building the code during night times. Again, while if they are getting any problem while building, again next day morning, build development team will be coming to the office. They will hand over the code to the developer team. Hey developer, so on so places the problem is there. Again, what this developer will be doing? They will be resolving all those issues, and on the day itself, I mean on the day while they are living, they will be hand over in the product to the build team. See, night builds used to happen. Even this still today also some companies are following these night builds here. Okay, so these night builds are going to happen here. So here, this is a kind of manual thing. Okay, before the building, the test team and QA team should sit idle here. Okay, so that lot of see, for resolving one issue, it will be taking around 3 to 4 days. Okay, like this, if you are having some 100 issues, okay, how many days it will be taking? It will take a lot of time, right? Obviously, it will be affecting our faster delivery. Okay, if you are unable to deliver if you are unable to deliver the product into the market first, someone else will launch the product and they will grab the entire market. So we are losing our first thing. Okay, and of course, we should not compromise in the quality. Okay, so unless developer team, build team work is over, test team, QA team should sit idle. Okay, that's why a lot of time is wasting. Okay, so these are the problems which we are facing in waterfall methodology. Okay, unless developer team, build team, test team, QA team should complete their work, deployment team, maintenance team should sit idle. Okay, after completion of build team only, the test team has to perform test on the code. If they are getting any error during testing, again, they will address that issues to the developer. Finally, who are going to address all the issues? Developer only. Okay, developer will address all those issues, and again, they will be hand over to build team. They will execute the build code, and again they will hand over to test team. Like this, it will take a lot of time to complete the product here. Okay, so when we can say that we are going to complete this project? Once after completing this entire product, and if it is running successfully in client machines, then only we can say that our project is over. Okay, so unless and until, we cannot say that our project is over. Okay, we can say that our application is over, but not at project is over. Okay, so these are some problems which we are facing in waterfall methodology. Okay, so to avoid all those problems, there is one more method which is there to address all these issues. There is one more method is there, that is agile methodology or agile method. And some people in some companies will be calling it as continuous method, agile method or continuous method. What is this agile method or continuous method? In name itself, it is telling that agility. Agility means continuity. Okay, so here they have to address all these problems, right? In agile methodology, what they are going to do here, they will be conducting some scrum meetings. Okay, scrum meetings in some companies, different terminologies they are going to use. Scrum meetings, sync up meetings, stand up meetings, different terminologies they are going to use here. Okay, Scrum meetings they are going to conduct. In Scrum meeting, who is going to conduct this meeting in IT company? Manager will be conducting this meeting. Okay, so who are going to attend in this Scrum meeting? The one who are involving in this project. Each and everyone has to attend for this Scrum meeting. In my company, every day around evening 8 o'clock, we are going to conduct this Scrum meeting. It is a kind of just half an hour meeting. Okay, what they are going to do in Scrum meeting? Each and every person from each and every department will be attending to this Scrum meeting here. Okay, and even manager also will be attending. Okay, if they are having any problem, suppose they will be blaming each other, right? This operations team will be telling, okay, development team have been developed their product. If you are trying to install into client machines, there is some error which is going to face here. Okay, and what this development team will be telling, okay, my product is working fine, your machines are not working fine. In such a way, they will blame each other. All these things will be listened by manager in Scrum meetings. Okay, what this manager will be telling, whoever raise these kind of problems, manager will tell that, hey persons, you both sit together and resolve these issues and come again tomorrow with some solution. In such a way, manager will tell. Again, next day, this meeting will be conducted by the manager. Again, all these people will be attending to this meeting. Again, they will be, addressing the issues. In such a way, whatever the things are going to happen in a project, that will be in everybody's notice. Okay, in such a way, we can expect better friendship between the team members. If they are not doing friendship, manager is there to make them to do the friendship forcefully. Okay, so Scrum meeting will be there. That is first one. So that these two problems we can avoid using this Scrum meetings or sync up meetings or stand up meeting. Next one is manual. Okay, to avoid manual, what is the next option? Automation. Okay, we have to implement automation on each and every stage. Okay, we need to implement automation. Okay, so previously I told you, right, night bleeds used to happen. Okay, automation means after developing the code, we need to implement some tools here. Okay, some tools we have to implement here. Okay, so after developing the code, what this developer will be doing, Git tool will be there. Okay, so in the Git tool, what they are going to do, this is a tool here. After developing the code, that code they will be pushed into the Git. Okay, from Git, the build team will be pulling the code and they will execute. Means immediately, once after developing the code, they will push the code from Git to GitHub or whatever, Git or GitHub. Developers will be developing the code. They will push the code to the Git. Immediately, build team will be pulling the code. Okay, so even for building also, we are going to use tool here. For building, we are going to use Maven. Okay, Maven is a tool here for building the things. Okay, Maven tool we are going to use in a build stage. Okay, after building happens, even at test also, we are going to use some tool like Selenium. Okay, Selenium is also a kind of tool which is used for testing purpose. And QA, for QA, that depends on the company. Different people will be using different tools for QA. Generally, that depends on the company. In what way they are going to measure the quality depends on the company. And of course, in deploying, we are going to use Ansible. Some people we are going to use Kubernetes. Okay, Kubernetes will be using Kubernetes or K8s. Both are same. Okay, they will be calling it as Kubernetes or K8s. Kubernetes is the term. Both are same. Kubernetes or Ansible we are going to use in a deployment stage. Okay, in maintenance and monitoring. Okay, what kind of tool we are going to use here? Nagios. Nagios is the tool we are going to use for monitoring the things. Okay, so these are all are the tools which we are going to use in a different purposes. Okay, so here in deploying to do some other task, we are going to use some other tool called Docker for doing some other task in a deployment. Okay, we are going to use all these tools here. Okay, so here to control all these tools, one more major tool is there. That tool is a kind of leader here. That tool is a Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins is the tool to control all these tools. Okay, there should be some leader must be there, right? For controlling all these tools. Okay, Jenkins is the leader for controlling all these tools here. What will be happen here in continuous methodology or agile methodology? Whenever developers will develop the code, immediately all this tool will be connected to the Jenkins here. Whenever you just focus on my words now, whenever developer will be developing the code, continuously that code will be pushed to Git. Continuously, Maven tool will be pulling the code, okay, to build the code, and then continuously testing tool will be pulling the code for testing purpose, and continuously for maintaining, deploying, monitoring, these tools will be pulling the code. Suppose if they are facing any problem during testing, what will be happen? All these tools will be connected to the Jenkins here. Jenkins is a major tool. Through this tool only, we are going to communicate. Okay. Suppose if they are facing any error here, okay, what will be happen? This tool, Maven tool, will be connected to the Selenium, Jenkins Selenium tool. All these tool will be interconnected with this Jenkins tool. Okay, what happened? Whenever while building, if they are having any problem during building stage, if they are having any problem, what will be happen? Immediately there is some automatic email will be sent to the developer here. Okay, and of course, immediately, continuously, developers will be developing the code, and they will be within 1 or 2 minutes, they will be writing the code. They will push to Git. Git also will be attached to the Jenkins. Within 1 or 2 minutes, that code will be sent to the Maven tool for building. Okay, within fraction of seconds only, build will be happen. Okay, after building, if there are any errors, again, that errors will be addressed to the developer. In such a way, within 5 to 10 minutes, all the bugs will be resolved. Okay, after this, continuously within 1 or 2 minutes only, that will be sending to the Selenium tool for testing purpose. If they are facing any error during testing, again, that will be communicate with the Jenkins. Jenkins will send automatic email to the developers. Okay, in such a way, again, if everything is working fine, then that code will be sending to the deployment team or Docker or Ansible. Immediately, if they are facing any error during deployment, their notification will send to the Jenkins. Immediately, Jenkins will be sending automatic email to the developer. Finally, developer is going to address all these issues here. Okay, so here, if anybody are asking, okay, see here, we are avoiding manual here. We are implementing automation at each and every state. Okay, see, if anybody are asking, what is the definition of DevOps? You have to tell that addressing all this method, waterfall methodology, we are going to call it as traditional methodology. Okay, if anybody are asking that what is the, what is the definition of DevOps, you have to tell that addressing all the traditional issues and implementing complete automation in every stage of software development lifecycle by using this automation tools. Okay, I'm repeating, guys, addressing all these traditional issues and implementing complete automation at every stage of software development lifecycle using this automation tool. This is the definition of DevOps here. Okay, all the problems we are going to resolve in a agile methodology. Let me show you my slides here, then you will have some idea here. Okay, see here, this is the things. Okay, faster delivery, okay, higher quality, lesser spending, always available. These all we have already explained. I have. So let me show you another slide. So DevOps definition is addressing all traditional issues and implementing complete automation at every stage of software development lifecycle using automation tools. Okay, this is the definition of DevOps here. And next one is here development team and operations team. Here, what is the purpose of development team? To develop, build, test, QA. Okay, operations team involves in deploy, maintenance, monitor. How the name called DevOps got emerged? here many people having wrong perception that here first 3 words from development team and next 3 words from operations team has to taken, and the DevOps word got emerged. Development versus operations. Okay, DevOps got emerged from this development team and operations team. They will be addressing all these issues. Okay, many people are having wrong perception that DevOps is advanced methodology of agile methodology. No, DevOps follows agile methodology. DevOps is not an advanced method. Okay, DevOps will follows agile methodology. Okay, so let me show you the slides. Okay, so here development, build, test, QA, deploy, maintenance, monitor. Okay, again, let me show you another slide. Development plus operations. Here we are making better communication between development team and operation team. Okay, this is a kind of DevOps life cycle here. Okay, this is a DevOps life cycle. And here, what is the solution? Already we have discussed this thing. There should be some kind of communication, collaboration, automation must be happen between development team and operations team. Then only we can expect better friendship between the development team and operations team here. And here, these are the tools which we are going to use in DevOps. I have kept some logos here. Okay, so basically what we are going to do here, we are going to use cloud here. Okay, we are going to use cloud. In cloud, we are going to you can take any cloud platform. Okay, in this DevOps course, we will be making you to learn all these things first, what is cloud and all. In cloud, we are going to launch many servers. Okay, like suppose if you are taking AWS cloud. Okay, AWS cloud you can take. In AWS cloud, what we are going to do, we are going to launch many servers. Okay, like this, we are going to launch many servers. In these servers, we are going to install DevOps tools. Okay, so the underlying platform is AWS. On top of, we are going to launch many Linux servers. Okay, see, this is my AWS cloud. On top of this, we are going to launch many servers. Okay, these are Linux servers. Okay, we are going to launch many Linux operating system servers. Okay, in this Linux servers, we are going to install our DevOps tools and then we are going to work on. Okay, these all are, that's why our underlying platform is AWS and then Linux and then DevOps. So even in this our Swiss technology course also, first we are going to teach about AWS and then we are going to teach about Linux and then we are going to teach about DevOps. Okay, first you have to know this AWS Linux, then only we can jump into the DevOps. Okay, we cannot directly go into the DevOps tools. Okay, you should know some basics. And of course, you might be having some doubts. Okay, if you want to learn this course, do we need any prerequisites? No, you don't need any prerequisites here. Okay, each and everything from zero level, we are here to make you to understand. Okay, AWS, Linux, DevOps tools. Okay, we will be going one by one. Zero level onwards, we are able to guide you from here. Okay, these all are some of the tools. AWS, Amazon Web Services, AWS means we are going to teach you some web services and VirtualBox will be there. Linux is there, Maven, Chef, Kubernetes, Git, Nagios, Ansible, Jenkins, Apache, Docker, and of course, Terraform also new tool here. Okay, Terraform also tool is there. That tool also we are going to use for giving automation of all these tools. Okay, so these all are the tools which we are going to explain. Okay, so if you want to become an expert in the DevOps, of course, you're supposed to have some idea on all these tools. Then only you will be an expert here. Okay, so here, let me give you some more details here. Like suppose here, let me tell you some more things about this here. See here, I told you, right? These are the developers. Developers will be developing the code. What they are doing, they will be pushing the code. They will be developing the code in Git. Okay, after Git, here, one more tool will be there. That is called GitHub. Okay, GitHub is one more tool. The developers will be developing the code in Git and they will be pushing the code from Git to GitHub. Okay, from GitHub, what will be happen? This is a kind of basic pipeline, basic DevOps pipeline, which will be involving all other tools here. Once after developing the code in Git, the developers will be pushing the code from Git to GitHub. Okay, from GitHub, okay, Jenkins will be pulling the code. Jenkins will be pulling the code from GitHub. And of course, I already told you, right? Jenkins is the kind of leader. Okay, in a class, suppose if you take a class, in a class, we'll be having around 60 students. Okay, for controlling all those 60 students, we need one leader, right? In the same manner, to controlling all the tools, we need one leader. That leader is a Jenkins here. Okay, so after developing the code, they will be pushing code from Git to GitHub. From the GitHub, Jenkins will be pulling the code. Okay, so using Maven, Maven is a build tool. I already told you, right? So using Maven tool, we are going to build the product. Okay, and of course, Sonar Cube is also a kind of, we are going to attach this Sonar Cube tool also in Jenkins. What is the purpose of this Sonar Cube tool? It will be checking the code quality. I told you, right? QA. In QA, some people will be using Sonar Cube and some companies will be using Sonar Cloud also. These tools also we are going to make you to learn. Okay, Sonar Cloud, Sonar Cube, many more tools will be using for checking the code quality. For checking the code quality only, we are going to use this tool. Okay, we are going to integrate this tool, Sonar Cube tool, with the Jenkins. Once build is done, or before building only, some people will be doing before building and some companies will be doing after building. Okay, here before building only or after building. After building, the code will be sent to the Sonar Cube. Some people will be doing before building only. If they are doing before building, build will be break here itself. If there are any errors in the code, build will be breaks here itself. Build will not be performed. And what will be happen? Jenkins will be sending automatic email to the developers. Okay, suppose if you are getting any errors in the building, then that we are going to get in Sonar Cube tool. Okay, if you are getting any error, if they are having any bugs in the code, then Sonar Cube tool will be connecting with the Jenkins automatically. Jenkins will be sending automatic email to the developers. Again, they will address all these issues. Again, they will push the code from Git to GitHub. Again, Jenkins will be pulling the code. It will send to the Sonar Cube for the quality checking of the code. If code is working fine, then what will be happen? The code will be sending to the Maven for building. After building, what will be happen? We are going to attach or we are going to connect with the Ansible also. Ansible, we are going to use even deployment. Okay, we are going to use deployment or delivering the product to the clients is called a deployment or delivery. The main difference between deployment and delivery is some people will be calling deploying and some people will be calling delivery. Deployment means after completion of our application, some clients will be telling that I have my own IT people. You can give that product to me. I will install in my machines. Some clients will be telling like that. Means handovering the application to them, to the clients, is called as a delivering the product. Deployment means our people, our IT people will be going to the client place and we are installing the product into the client's machine. That is called as a deploying the product or application. Delivering means just we are handovering the final application to the client's people. That is called as a delivering the product. It is almost similar, almost same meaning we are going to get here. Okay, here coming to this pipeline here Maven tool is there for building. After building, what will be happen? We are going to send to Ansible for deploying. Okay, sometimes what we are going to use, Grafana tool we are going to use for monitoring all those teams. Okay, some people will be using Magios, some people will be using Grafana, many other tools will be there. Okay, each and every stage we need to have some idea on each and every tool. Okay, and of course I told you, right, what will be happen? Ansible, some people will be using Ansible here, or else some companies, they will be avoiding this Ansible tool here. Okay, they will be avoiding this Ansible tool. What they are going to do here, after avoiding Ansible tool, they will directly connect with the, they will be building using Docker And here instead of and from Docker, we are going to deploying the product into the ECR. Here from Ansible, we are going to build the, after building, we are going to save our application images in the Docker Hub sometimes. Okay, from the Docker Hub, we are going to use the things. Okay, that is one way. Okay, from Ansible, directly some people will be deploying into the client machines, or else they will be sending to the Docker Hub. Okay, from the Docker Hub, what we are going to do? We are going to attach to the load balancer. Okay, Docker Hub means we are going to having auto scaling group, load balancer. These all are some of the AWS services. We are going to explain you all these services also. From the Docker, what we are going to do? We are going to have load balancer. From the load balancer, we are going to, the users will be able to access the application here. Okay, this is the entire pipeline here. This is one way. There is another way to connect this pipeline here. Let me tell you that also. Suppose developers will be developing the code in a Git. From Git, they are going to push the code from Git to GitHub. Okay. From Git to GitHub, they are going to push the code. Okay. If any errors are code will be checked in SonarQube for quality checking of the code. If any errors are there in the code, build will not be happen. Okay. Directly, automatic email will be sending to the, automatic email will be sending to the developers. Okay. If any errors in the code, if we are not having any errors, then we are going to build the things. Instead of Ansible, some companies, what they are going to do? They are going to use Docker. Here for building, for Java application, we are going to use Maven. If you want to build .NET application, building means executable format, right? If you want to build .NET application, we are not going to use Maven here. Maven tool we are not going to use. We are going to use Docker for building .NET application. After building the image, we are going to build in the form of .var file if it is a Java application. Okay, .dll file if it is a .NET application. If it is a Java, if it is a Java application, we are going to build in the form of var or jar. Var means web archive, jar means Java archive. For standalone application, we are going to use jar file. For web access, web kind of application, we are going to build var file. Okay, this var file is nothing but our entire code here. Okay, this var file we are going to build using Maven. If it is a Java project, if it is a .NET project, we are going to build this DLL file using Docker. Okay, after building using Docker, what we are going to do? We are going to save our build images in ECR. ECR means, what is ECR? Anybody are having any idea? I hope if anybody are having any idea in AWS services, then you will have full form of ECR here. Okay, ECR is a kind of service that is a kind of AWS service. Okay, ECR means here Amazon Elastic Container Registry. Okay, or we can call it as Elastic Container Registry here. Okay, this is a kind of service in AWS. Okay, after building the image, these images we are going to use in ECR, Elastic Container Service. Okay, or we can call it as Elastic Container Registry. Both are same, Elastic Container Registry. We are going to save these images in ECR. From ECR, what we are going to do? We are going to deploy the application in Kubernetes. We are going to deploy the application in Kubernetes. Okay, we are going to deploy the application in Kubernetes. From ECR, we are going to deploy automatically into Kubernetes. Okay, after deploying, what we are going to do? After deploying, we are going to manage in the application using Kubernetes only. Using Kubernetes only, we are going to deploy and even we are going to manage the application. Okay, so here, nowadays, especially in the current days, you might be asking where the Terraform comes. Terraform, here, we are going to do all these processes I told you, right? Git, SonarQube, Maven, Grafana. We are having Kubernetes, Docker. Where we are going to do, where we are going to install all these tools. I already told you, right? We are going to do in a cloud. It might be either AWS cloud or Azure cloud or GCP cloud. These all are different cloud platforms. Okay. Here in AWS cloud, if you take in the AWS cloud, we are going to launch many Linux servers. Okay. These are my Linux machines. We are going to launch many Linux machines. In these Linux machines, we are going to install all these DevOps tools. Okay. In AWS cloud, we are going to install many Linux servers and we are going to install all these DevOps tools. Okay. And here we cannot do, the part of Terraform is these are all the things we are going to do in a cloud. Here, this is a kind of cloud platform. You can assume this is the kind of AWS cloud. We are having AWS cloud is there. Many other cloud platforms is there. AWS cloud is there. Azure cloud is there. GCP cloud is there. Okay, many cloud platforms will be there. You can learn any one of the cloud. All the cloud platforms will be similar. I'll give you one example. Suppose if you are able to operate one Android mobile, okay, then you can operate any other Android. Suppose if you are operating some Samsung Android mobile, okay, if somebody are giving some other Oppo or Vivo Android mobile, almost operations are same, right? With little modifications, you can easily come up with two only. Okay, so in the same manner, if you learn any one cloud platform, remaining all other cloud platforms are same. That's why you can learn any cloud platform, either AWS or GCP or Azure. AWS belongs to Amazon company, Azure belongs to Microsoft company, GCP belongs to Google company. Okay, these are called as cloud. Okay, all these tools we are going to do in cloud, whether AWS or Azure or GCP. Okay, we will be doing manually sometimes, but it is not a era of manual, right? This is an era of automation. So even these cloud also, these Linux servers also, we should not install manually. Okay, we need automation even here also. For installing all these Linux servers also, we have one tool. Automatically, if we give some commands, there will be some code will be there in Terraform. By using that code, we are going to create these all cloud infrastructure. That is the purpose of Terraform here. Now, in 2024, you should have idea on this Terraform and Kubernetes and all these tools. Okay, if you want to become an expert in DevOps engineer, all these tools, you should have some idea. Then only you can sustain in a market as a DevOps engineer. Okay, as a part of Swiss Technologies, we are making you to understand from zero level to hero level. Okay, if you are not having any idea on any other platform, no problem. Your background is either from graduation or agricultural background. If you have any career gap, if you have any other software experience, no problem. Okay, no need of prerequisite for this DevOps course. You can learn from zero level. We are here to make you to understand from zero level to hero level. Okay, so Terraform is also a platform by using which we are going to install all these tools here. Okay, so what will be happen? Backend entire thing will be managed by DevOps team. Okay, so here you might be having some idea. As a DevOps engineer, what we are going to do in a company? Yes, we are going to do, I will explain you what we are going to do in a company also. See, as a DevOps engineer, here we are going to see these all the tools are integrating with the Jenkins here. Okay, this is a Jenkins tool. These are all the tools we are integrating with the Jenkins. Okay, what is the purpose of a DevOps engineer? DevOps, here we are not developing any program. Okay, we are not developing any program here. Okay, developer will be there for developing the program. Where the DevOps people will be working here, from where the DevOps people will be working means once developers will be writing the code, they will be push the code from Git to GitHub. Whenever developers stop their work, from there onwards, DevOps engineers' work will start. From Git onwards, our work will start. We are going to build the tool. We are going to do the testing. And of course, testing some people will be doing and testing team will be there. Okay, that is not a mandatory here. That also will be there. Okay, and we are going to deploy the team using Docker, sometimes Ansible, sometimes Kubernetes, and we are going to maintain and we are going to monitor all these things. We are going to do as a DevOps engineer, we are going to do in companies. Okay, that's why in any project, if you see, one developer will be there, one tester will be there, and one DevOps engineer will be there. DevOps engineer will be doing building, quality, and deploy, maintenance, monitor. All these tasks will be done by DevOps engineer. That's why in any project, one developer, okay, one developer will be there, one DevOps engineer will be there, okay, one DevOps engineer will be there, and one tester will be there. Okay, these three people will be there in any project. Okay, so here, if you are going for manual methodology, like waterfall methodology or step-by-step methodology, in each and every team, we are having around 10 to 12 members, right, for doing all these tasks. In deployment team, maintenance team, monitor team, testing team, QA team, means here we are doing the task of all these people, like build team, okay, QA team, deploy team, maintenance team, monitor team. All this task has been done by DevOps engineer. Means almost one DevOps guy is replacing around 20 to 30 members in a company. If you go in any company, one DevOps engineer is replacing around 20 to 30 members. At least if you are getting a salary of 10 to 20 members, also it is huge, right? That's why DevOps engineers will be having highest packages in the market. Okay, even today also, till today, you don't have any doubt that minimum of 10 years, if you are able to understand, if you are able to learn all these tools, minimum 10 years you can sustain in the market. Minimum to minimum. Okay, minimum you can sustain in the market 10 years. Okay, the DevOps engineer is getting 10 to 20 members of salary. If you are getting at least 10 to 20 members of all these people's salary also, it's a huge packages, right? That's why DevOps engineer is having highest packages here. Okay, so here, let me show you my slide here. So this is the thing here. So I hope this is the kind of pipeline. Okay, so initially in our Swiss technologies, we are making you to understand, as I said you earlier, we are making you to understand AWS first. Underlying platform is AWS. In AWS, we are going to launch many Linux servers. Okay, and then in the Linux servers, we are going to install many DevOps tools. Okay, so we are here to make you to understand AWS, okay, Linux, and then DevOps. Okay, you might be having doubt that here in Ansible, we are going to use some scripting language. Okay, in Ansible, we are going to use some scripting language. That is a YAML scripting. Okay, you might be having doubt. Do we need any prerequisite of programming language? No, you don't have to learn. You don't need to have any idea on any programming language here. Okay, sometimes we are going to use shell scripting also in some tools. For executing some shell scripts, we are going to use, like if you are taking some Tomcat server. Okay, our applications we are going to see in a Tomcat server. If you want to run this Tomcat, we are going to run some shell scripts. That also we will make you to understand from basic level. Okay, in Ansible, we are going to use YAML scripting. How to write YAML scripting also from zero level, we are making here to understand. Okay, we need to learn some scripting language. Okay, no need of learning any programming language. There is lot of difference between programming language and scripting language. Programming language will be used, but developers will be using programming language. Okay, they will be using some Java, some Python. Those languages will come under programming language. Okay, you no need to learn any programming language here, but you should learn scripting language. Okay, we are going to write many scripts. We are going to execute those scripts in a deployment stage. Okay, you no need to learn programming language. Programming language will be used for developing the application. Scripting language is used for deploying the application. There is a lot of difference between programming language and scripting language. You no need to learn this again. I'm repeating, programming language, you no need to learn. Developers will be taking care of that. We are not going to write any programs, but we need to learn scripting language in a deploying team. That also we will make you to understand from basic level. Okay, so these are the things you should learn to become a DevOps engineer. Okay, so let me show you the slides here. So these are the tools we are going to use. You might be asking, is these tools are common in each and every company? All these tools are used by each and every company? You might be having those kind of doubts. No, all the tools will not be used by each and every company. In a company, minimum, you can take any company, they will be using 2 to 3 tools. But you will be having some doubt. Then why we have to learn all these tools? See, here in a company, you will be having some 7 to 8 DevOps engineers. Okay, not only 7 to 8, some around 10 people will be there as a DevOps engineer. Okay, so here you should have perfection in 2 to 3 tools, and you should have basic idea on all other tools. See, in these 10 DevOps engineer, what that company will be doing, suppose in 10 people, each and every person will be having idea on one tool. Okay, like that, the company will be recruiting 8 to 10 people as a DevOps engineer. Okay, so suppose if you are having good idea in Kubernetes, okay, company will be recruiting you. Okay, some other people will be having idea on very expert in Docker. Company will be recruiting the person who is having expertise in Docker. Okay, like this, one tool, the one who are having expertise in that particular tool, company will be recruiting those kind of people. Okay, if you are having any doubt in Kubernetes, you can resolve anything. Okay, anyways, you are having idea on all these tools. If you are having basic doubt, you can resolve by yourself. Of course, you are unable to clear the doubts in other tools. Anyways, the other people will be there who are expertise in those tools. You can communicate with them. Okay, that is the way you should not depend on others in a company. Okay, you should learn all other tools. You should have basic idea on all other tools, but be perfect minimum of 2 to 3 tools. That's enough. Because in any company, no company will be using more than 2 to 3 tools, but you should have basic idea on all other tools. That is the reason you can learn, you can have better idea on all other tools here. Okay, let me show you. So this is the some of the services which we are going to provide as a Swiss technology here. So we are going to give better classroom trainings. And of course, we are here to provide online trainings also. Both will be going on, online trainings and offline trainings. Okay. And we are going to, of course, whoever are giving the training, those people will be expertise from the corporates. Different company people will be coming to the Swiss Technologies. They are taking the training sessions, whether it is online training or offline training. Even we are going to guide career building also. Okay, we are here to perform internship projects also. Live projects we are going to perform as an internship. Separate internship programming is also going to happen in a Swiss Technologies. Okay, live projects we are going to learn. Once after completion of this program, if you are interested, we are giving you live internship programs. In internship, live projects you are going to handle. Okay, after completion of, after learning these tools by the experts from different organizations, okay, we are going to guide you. Directly you can recruit, directly you can attend for any interviews, or else if you are not, if you want to have some exposure, then you can even do the internship programs also. This is the mission here and vision also. And if you have any queries, you can contact, and this is our contact details. Okay, kindly contact these details. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all. Thanks for your patience. I'm just stopping the things. Thank you all.